Republican George Borrello entered into politics to make sure the voices of small business owners were heard and to advocate for the region. He explained that this is what he was trying to do to help businesses recover from the pandemic.
Well, unfortunately, New York State lags behind almost every other state in recovery from the pandemic, and largely due because the policies that were in place during the pandemic and the height of the pandemic were so restrictive. We had a state legislature that was very comfortable ceding all of their power to Andrew Cuomo. And despite multiple attempts by myself and others to take away those emergency powers, they were met with failure.
The senator continued that the state is the least friendly to do business in, most expensive to live in, and has the most oppressive laws and regulations, which drives New Yorkers to leave the state. The imbalance in the state Senate has resulted in higher costs and dangerous streets, according to Borrello. He believes that the only way to end the volatile divide is by regaining the balance in the Senate.
I've been an advocate for suspending the gasoline tax. Keep in mind that it's not just about putting gas in your car, it's about putting gas in trucks and farm equipment and everything else. It has a cascading negative effect on exacerbating inflation.
Borrello also highlighted the strain energy regulations in the state have put on gas prices, saying that the lack of transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy has put us in a vulnerable position.
We used to have the idea that we were going to use natural gas as a bridge fuel as we transition to renewable energy. That was taken off the table by Andrew Cuomo. And in fact, we shut down the Dunkirk NRG plant, which was not only the largest taxpayer in Chautauqua County, but also made us energy independent.
The state's aim to lower its greenhouse gas emissions has failed in Borrello's eyes, since 25% of the state's energy is imported from a coal plant in Pennsylvania, which leaves a higher carbon footprint than producing the energy in-state with natural gas. The candidate also emphasized his stance on bail reform.
Many of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are talking about bail reform being changed, but they're not taking action. And I can tell you that because I myself have led what are called hostile amendments on the floor of the state Senate to repeal bail reform. And when we do that, every single Democrat votes no.
The senator continued with the importance of voting this fall, saying that who you choose will make a big impact on how this battle proceeds.
It's going to have to take a grassroots effort from everyone in New York State who understands that New York State is a much more violent place, because the folks that presented bail reform have said that they are not making any changes.
Making strides in the economic recovery from the pandemic is on Borrello's agenda if reelected, saying that unemployment programs started during the pandemic should no longer be available. Additionally, the insurance deficit must be filled. Borrello says regardless of political party, he hopes voters will assess what is best for their family and future in New York. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.